Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Live from Currituck Extension. My name is Cameron Lowe, and I am Currituck County's Extension Director, which, as I've told you before, means that I get to lead an absolutely fabulous group of professionals and the volunteers that they work with. On today's episode of Live from Currituck Extension, we're going to cover volunteerism, and specifically why and how to get involved. Before we begin, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to receive notifications. And of course, that's going to let you know anytime we go live or we post new videos. If you've got any questions during the class, if you're watching on Facebook, you can enter those questions in the comment box. And if you're on YouTube, the live chat feature will work as well. So I'll answer those as we go if you've got questions or comments. If you're watching the recording of this video and you have questions, you can always email or call us, and our information can be found in the description below. There's a link to our website, and you can find our email addresses there. So let's jump in. Every community, including ours, has opportunities to volunteer. And taking time to make a difference in your community can be rewarding for everybody, not just for the community, but for you as the individual volunteer as well. So in our brief time today, what we want to look at is getting involved, how to find your cause, and how to actually start volunteering with some specific examples and opportunities that are available right here in Currituck County. What we're really talking about here is civic engagement. That's really just people working both individually and together to identify and address issues that affect us all. So people coming together to solve some type of community problems. And of course, this type of engagement is really important for our community to be successful. We've got to have folks come together and contribute to the successes of our communities. And of course, the good news is that while it benefits us collectively, those of us who volunteer get a whole lot out of the experience as well. Volunteering helps you feel more connected to your community. It shows that you care about your community. You're helping to protect and improve the community that you live in, and it's contagious. It can inspire others to get involved, and it can even improve our relationships with visitors to our community. And of course, especially here in Currituck, visitors to our community are very important to our local economy. One opportunity that we have here in Currituck is volunteering as a recreation league coach. And I did that a number of times when my kids were of the age that they could be involved in rec league sports. And while sometimes it took a little more energy and time and effort than I had the energy for, it was always a rewarding experience. And one of my prized possessions that I keep on display here in my office is a signed basketball from the first team that I ever coached. And I don't know if you can see it, but you can see there's my signed basketball for the first team that I ever coached. And some of those girls are about to be seniors in high school. And I don't know if I made much of a difference to them, but I love it when I run into them in the grocery store, or run into their parents at the grocery store or a school event, and I can strike up a conversation, check in on them, make sure they're doing well, and hopefully they feel just a little bit of accountability with me. And it gives me a sense of pride when I see them succeed. So volunteering, while it benefits our community, certainly it can benefit you as an individual equally as much, sometimes if not more. So there are many community opportunities that already exist that need support and input. So to find your cause, think about the things that you are passionate about or that you have an interest in, and look for those opportunities that match your interests. Now, you might have to do a little bit of research here, but if you hang with me for a few more minutes, I'm going to give you some ideas. And one option is that it might help to attend community meetings and events. Go to a commissioner's meeting or two. Attend your homeowners association meetings. Try out a civic group like Brewertons or Rotary clubs and some others. And then look for needs in the community. If you don't find what you're looking for, what you're passionate about, or what you're interested in, start your own initiative. You do not have to be part of an organized group to pick up litter at the beach or mentor a child. So there are many ways to get involved. In our rural community, a great starting place is county government. Now, I recognize that's not everybody's cup of tea, but it is a great starting point in a rural community. So some ideas there are you can attend and speak out during public comment times at meetings. You can write letters to your local officials to inspire policy change. You can meet with local political groups, volunteer to serve on boards or committees. There are several of those that need service. If government isn't your cup of tea, civic organizations and nonprofits provide another outlet for getting involved in your community. And finally, though opportunities might look a little bit different during this time, schools always have needs that volunteers can fill. So specifically in Currituck, there are a multitude of volunteer opportunities. I'll make that a little larger so you can see it. If you look at county government, there are quite a few advisory boards that are always looking for volunteers to serve on those advisory boards. And in the description of this video, you'll find a link to the county government website, and you'll also find a link to the page on that website where you can find the information about the boards that we have and how to get involved on those boards. Here in Currituck, we have a very active Meals on Wheels program through the Currituck County Senior Center. And volunteers are needed daily for that program to actually deliver meals to homebound seniors or seniors that have trouble getting access to food and nutrition. So that's a daily volunteer opportunity that really doesn't take very long, but it makes a big difference in the lives of those that you serve. Parks and Recreation, as we've already mentioned, they always have need of volunteer coaches. Here at Cooperative Extension, we have a ton of volunteer opportunities, and I'll talk more about those in a minute. And don't overlook social services. Volunteers for foster care, guardian ad litem, and some of those other programs are critical needs that we have here in Currituck County. And again, most of those departments and needs can be found listed on the county website. And obviously there are other departments and places that have volunteer needs, volunteer firefighters, there are all kinds of things, but that information can be found at the county website, which is in the description. Civic organizations and churches. You know, we have many civic organizations here in Currituck, some of which I've mentioned, Ruritan's Rotary, the Women's Club. Those all are great places to volunteer and get involved to help improve your community. And of course, if you're connected with the local church, there are a multitude of opportunities for volunteerism there as well. Currituck is home to a number of nonprofits that are always looking for volunteers. Of course, 4-H, we'll talk about in more detail in a moment. Our YMCA here is always looking for volunteers to help fill needs, several scouting organizations, and then we've got a multitude of local foundations if you're looking for ideas of places to get involved. And then, of course, we mentioned schools already, but, and again, it may look different post-COVID, but no matter what the school situation looks like, schools always have need of volunteers, whether it's interacting with students face-to-face or just filling needs that they have in the background. So schools are a great place to look to get involved with volunteerism. So, of course, I want to talk to you for just a minute about what I know best, and that certainly is Cooperative Extension. And we have a ton of opportunities with Cooperative Extension that I want to share with you just very briefly. As I've said, Cooperative Extension really focuses on 4 primary areas: 4-H and youth development, family and consumer sciences, or health, foods and nutrition, agriculture, and then community development. And we have volunteer opportunities in each of those specific areas. So if you're interested in working with youth, in 4-H, we are always looking for club volunteers and helpers. We need folks to start smaller groups similar to a scout troop with young people and to try to provide some mentorship and guidance and education with young people. So if you're interested in that, that's an opportunity. If you have specific expertise in a specific area, we're always looking for folks to lead workshops, or whether that be face-to-face or virtually. If you've got expertise, we'd love to harness your expertise and help get that out to a broader audience. We're always looking for chaperones when we get back to face-to-face programming. Certainly we have a need for those. And then our 4-H Backpacks for Kids program is the program that delivers weekend meals to students who may otherwise not be able to have access to adequate nutrition over the weekends when school is in session. So we're always looking for folks to help deliver and administer that particular program through 4-H. If you're interested in being involved as a 4-H volunteer, of course, if you work directly with children, you are subject to a background check process. So we do background check all our volunteers on a regular and ongoing basis. So you have your initial background check, and then that's renewed in subsequent years. But Simple process, give us a call at the office and we'll get you hooked up. If you are passionate about foods, nutrition, cooking, the Family and Consumer Science Department has a program called Extension Master Foods Volunteers that we'd love to get you hooked up with. You go through an extensive period of training, several weeks of training, and then you can volunteer to give back service, assist with teaching nutrition and cooking classes, assist with community events, and so on and so forth. Also with Family and Consumer Science, we have the Extension and Community Association. We have various clubs throughout Currituck County, a club on Corolla as well. And that group is really just a civic organization that looks for various needs in the communities and figures out how to meet those needs. They do things like provide scholarships for children to go to various camps and conferences. They make the patches for eye testing in our schools and various, they help with community events and various other service opportunities there. So that's another one. If you are 65 or older, you know you are eligible for Medicare. And here at the Currituck Cooperative Extension Office, we run a program called, or through the Seniors Health Insurance Information Program. And we're always looking for counselors who can help walk folks who are enrolling into Medicare drug plans, help walk them through that process. So again, that's an extensive training process, but it's an opportunity for you to be involved and to help our senior citizens preserve their financial stability by helping them choose the right options for their drug plans. Our agriculture program, we have a couple of opportunities there. One, we're always looking for farm cooperators. So if you farm or have access to farm land, we always need folks that will help by donating some of that land for us to conduct research on, or for us to conduct various educational programs on. That's always a huge help to us so that we can know what works best specifically in Currituck County so that we can disseminate that information to a wider audience. And then also, if you're passionate about gardening, we have the Extension Master Gardener Program. Again, that's an extensive training process on everything from plant identification to landscape design to pest and disease control. And then those volunteers, after they're trained and certified, give back service in the form of helping with our annual flower and garden show, serving as resource people for consumer horticulture, and so on and so forth. So a couple of great opportunities there. If you're interested in community development, we are always looking for volunteers to serve on our County Extension Advisory Council. And that's our board that actually helps us guide what types of programs we do, what the needs are in Currituck County, and how Extension can address those needs. They help identify those things. They help us refine how we offer our programs, and so on and so forth there. We can always use folks that assist with office tasks. We're moving from the physical world right now, hopefully temporarily or maybe additional to the physical space that we program in, to this digital space that we program in. And one of the needs that we have is making sure that our videos are ADA compliant so that we have closed captions on all our videos. So we're always looking for volunteers to help transcribe all these videos that we're putting out so that we can make sure that we're reaching everyone and being compliant with ADA. And then also we administer the nonprofit arm of Currituck Extension, and that's our Currituck Extension Foundation. And we're always looking for board members there and volunteers with the various programs. That nonprofit actually helps support through scholarship support to various events. They actually administer the 4-H Backpacks for Kids program and a couple of other grant programs that we have through that foundation. So always looking for volunteers in many of our program areas, and getting involved with the Extension is easy. You can contact our office directly by telephone at 232-2261, and we'll get you in contact with the right person, or you can check out the staff listing on our website and find the person in the appropriate program area that you can shoot an email to. And then we've included that link to our staff page in the video description as well. Whatever you do, though, we encourage you to get involved, whether it's with Extension or another organization or on a board or committee or even something new and innovative. Our community needs you to continue to improve. And that's what we want for Currituck. We want Currituck to continue to get better and better and better. And we can only do that when everyone contributes to the wealth and the health of our community. So that's really it for today's episode of Live from Currituck Extension. If you have questions or comments, certainly you can enter those in the chat and comment boxes, and I'll address those. If not, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that bell to receive notifications. Again, all the links that we talked about from today's class are in the video description below. Also in that description is a very brief evaluation. It's only 5 questions, but if you'd fill that out, we'd be very grateful to you. It gives us ideas for new programs and just lets us know if this is working for you or how we can tweak things. Friday's class. So Friday's class will be exciting if you are a horse owner, a very timely topic. We are in hurricane season, and so one of our 4-H program assistants, Mr. Tom Harrell, who's also our CCRC director, will be presenting hurricane preparedness for horse owners. So again, a very timely topic, and that will be Friday at 11:30. So don't forget to tune in, and we'll see you then.